Alright, everybody, welcome back to the bench. So today we're going to talk about the Shadow Systems MR920. This isn't the D, this isn't anything special. This is just the Shadow Systems MR920. But huge thank you to Brownells. They are our channel sponsor. Go ahead on over there, use code BOP10 or triggered. Save yourself 10% off of anything 150 or more. They're a great company. They're supporting a lot with the Second Amendment. Brownells doesn't, unfortunately, they don't carry the Shadow System stuff right now. But they do carry a lot of Zev stuff, and they have some other stuff if you're looking to build a Glock 19 or 17. You're more than welcome to head on over there and check it all out. But let's get into the review here. This is just going to be a 500 round review. It's one of those things where it's just like, I feel like I have a very much a love-hate relationship with this gun. I like it. It is a very high quality firearm. Nothing against Shadow Systems themselves, other than the fact they put the world's worst trigger in this gun. All right, let's go ahead. Let's state that. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start off with the cons, and I'm just going to throw a little bit of shade. The PSA Dagger has a better trigger than this gun. The PSA Dagger is, in all my thoughts and feelings, PSA did send that out to the channel for review. I did end up buying that gun. I liked it that much. I did get a discount on it. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and state, I love the PSA Dagger more than I love this. There's no issue with this. It's a hatred towards the trigger. It's only the trigger. Everything else I really like. The stippling is fantastic. The magwell is plastic, and I don't know if this is a factory option. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put it up on screen if it is not. But the magwell worked really well. It does have a really nice undercut here, a double undercut. It's fantastic. I will say that in shooting the 500 rounds over the couple of days that I shot it, it ended up feeling a lot better than most undercuts on Glocks, especially stock Glocks, because there is no undercut there. It's just like that terrible little place. And you end up getting like a really gnarly callus under your finger. Not a problem, but I like the double undercut. I love the stippling work. I love how they put this ledge in here, especially it's like a gas pedal and then that stippling right inside there. It's fantastic. The slide serrations, they're like countersunk. They go forward a little bit from the bottom to the top, and it's great. I really do like them. They work really well. The slide finish looks really nice. I ended up running this in my Safariland something or other. I'll post a picture of it at some point. It does not come with the RMR, and it does not come with the TLR1HL. My buddy did end up having to buy that aftermarket. The magazine release is swappable, so if you are left-handed and you want to run it over here, or if you're like me and just run it stock, because that's how everybody runs their guns, and I get used to kind of dumping it from one side to the other, it does look like it is swappable, and it does feel really nice. All right, so if you guys look in there, it is swappable. So if that's what you guys really want to do, you guys swap it around if you really need to. So when it comes to it all, it is a really good duty gun. Would I buy this gun? No. Now the reason why, it's not because I hate this gun. It's not because of the trigger, even though the trigger is atrocious. We'll get to that here in a second. I don't want to buy a gun complete that I then have to go and rework. It's not what I want to do. It's why I've been building complete uppers. I haven't built a gun in a while. It's just I don't want to build a rifle from the ground up. It's the same thing when it comes to Glocks. I don't want to have to build them from the ground up or rebuild something that someone has already put out. I'd rather go ahead and just get something that's all in one. Could buy a complete upper, buy a complete lower, slap them together. A-okay. It's the best thing since sliced bread. This is why we live in America. We have choices. Now, if you want to get this gun, you want to tinker with it, you want to do all sorts of other things, that's a-okay. That is what America's for. Everyone can do different things. The main reason why I don't love this firearm, I'm just going to go ahead and state, the trigger is absolute dog water. I know someone out there is going to sit here and tell me that the trigger is supposed to be this way. No, the PSA Dagger had a better trigger. It still has a better trigger, and that was a stock trigger. This is running an Apex trigger here. Let's go ahead. Let's test this out. This is an Apex duty trigger. It's not running the Apex disconnector. It's just a factory disconnector. So it feels much better. It feels a little stiffer on the first stage. Get into that second stage, you hit that wall, and then it will slowly creep. Like, it just gives you a little bit of creep, and then it breaks. It's fantastic. Has a light creep. You're able to make precise shots if you need to. It's like 30 yards. If you want to make like a more precise hit, you're able to do that with this, and that's great. Get into the Shadow Systems. The trigger looks really nice. It feels really nice. It doesn't have that little nubbin that sticks out. It's very, very slim. You don't feel it on your finger when you're shooting long strings of fire. Get in here. the first stage feels a lot better than the Apex. The first stage feels very nice. Get into that second stage, and it's like you're hitting the Berlin Wall. Like it's like it feels like you're just being beaten by the East Germans, you know, and it sucks. Like it sucks so bad. And then I don't know if you can see my finger change color there. Like I got to get the color back in my finger, but you can literally see my finger change color to break this shot, and that was atrocious. I literally felt like I was being beaten to death by the East Germans. Going to the Apex trigger, your finger doesn't change color nearly as much. It feels so much lighter, so much crispier. No, I don't have a trigger pull gauge. I don't want one. I don't want to have to spend the money on it. I think it's ridiculous. Put a better trigger in this Apex. I'm sorry, Apex. Apex probably does have a better trigger, but Shadow Systems, put a better trigger in your guns. This is absolute dog water. It's garbage, and I for that alone is why I probably wouldn't recommend this gun for 99% of the people. If you're out there and you're in an apartment, you need a firearm, by all means, pick one of these up. It's probably your best bet, and your department will let you do certain things if you're, you know, whatever. I don't know. But it has the absolute worst trigger. I feel like this is like a New York style trigger. It's absolute dog water. This trigger, I'm just going to stop complaining about it. Other than that, everything about this firearm is amazing. It has a plate, not a plate style system, but you can put any optic on here pretty much, and it will work in this gun. It has like this modular plating system. I'm not going to take this off, but if you head on over to Shadow Systems website, I'll even post up a picture in here. It has a modular plating system that you're allowed to like put in here, and it's fantastic. It comes with a 1 in 10 twist barrel, and it is threaded, which is nice. It does have some really cool fluting. Right here, they say that's to get rid of dirt and debris and to reduce barrel weight. Never really felt a ton of barrel weight in Glocks. It's not like you're running a bull barrel or anything. So, but it does reduce the weight, and that is pretty nice. I will put in a loaded and unloaded picture right now of the weight of this gun. So far, though, as I've said, the Shadow Systems is really nice. You really can't complain about this gun a whole lot other than when it comes to the trigger. I love the form factor. Even though I'm not a big fan of Glock 19s, this has made me really like the Glock 19 due to the really extended beaver tail out of the back. The sights, the backup sights, you know, they are what they are. I personally never use backup sights on most of my guns that I carry and run every day. Backup sights aren't on there. I literally just rely on the dot. I know some people will be like, that's dumb. That's up to you. You can say whatever you want. That's just how I run. I've never been a backup iron sights type of person. I can run iron sights. I just don't prefer it. It's having to focus on a couple of different planes rather than just putting the dot on target and going from there. Other than that, there's nothing. It's a great gun. If you really want to go pick one up, you're more than welcome to. As I said, they're not available at Brownells. I haven't seen them at Primary Arms. I think they're in a lot of like local gun stores. But even then, like a couple of the ones around me, I haven't seen them at. But I have seen them at like Bass Pro and a couple other places. And I think you can even order directly through their website if you so feel. I will say real quick, I don't love the barrel color. It's the same problem that I have with the barrel color on the Zev. It's just that ugly brown, just looking color. It's just not my thing. But you know, at a gun that's almost the same price as the Zev, when the Zev is on sale, you might as well spend a couple $100 more and pick up the Zev OZ9C, either the V1 or the V2. It comes with, you know, a lot more. You're able to kind of customize that gun a little bit more. It has grip modules and does all that other fun stuff. Whereas this, you just have a plain Jane gun where to me, it's not my cup of tea. If you guys do want to see my Zev review, I will post that also in the comments down below. I will have a pinned comment below for a bunch of stuff. So if you guys want to look at my other Zev review, or if you guys just want to, I don't know, see more shooting of other guns, you're more than welcome to go check that out. But yeah, I like the Shadow Systems. It is a great, phenomenal firearm. I have to say this. This is a great gun. It's just got that Achilles heel where it's like, you know, it's like you bought this gun and then you got to go spend another $150 to improve the trigger. A lot of people may just like the stock trigger. You may like a really heavy pull, or maybe your police department just says that that's what you have to have. That's fine. If this is what you want for duty use, or if this is what you have to have as being a police officer and doing all that, sure. But I'm just a dude who larps on the range. You know, that's my whole deal. I just like to run around. I like to just do dumb things with guns, and that's me. You know, I'm not doing anything unsafe, and I'm out having fun. I'm out reviewing guns. I'm telling you guys what I like and what I don't like about them. this is me. I hope you guys enjoy this review. As always, go check out Brownells. They're an amazing sponsor of the channel, as I've said in the beginning. You guys can leave a like, subscribe, do all the other fun stuff. If you guys like this video or you like more videos like this, I will tell you the truth about the guns that get into my hands. I think that's why a lot of companies probably don't want to work with somebody like me, is because I'm willing to sit here and tell you guys exactly how I feel about products, good, bad, or indifferent. Again, as I've said, this is not a bad firearm. It really isn't. It just has that Achilles heel that I'm not a big fan of. As always, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Be a hoodlum.
Beep.